All right, so today's video, we're watching a Silver 2 support on PC, and they say, hello, I am a Lucio OTP, which means one trick, who has been stuck around Silver and Gold rank for 9 seasons straight. A lot of my teammates in the past have flamed me for not healing enough, even though I'm on Lucio, who is meant to speed my teammates in and out. Well, just to add a little bit of context to that, it's more than just speeding your teammates in and out. Although speed is a huge part of that kit, it's timing. This game was a rough game. We had so much trouble trying to push second point for some reason, and I tried everything I could do to support my teammates. I think my tank did really well, while my DPS did okay too, but I think they could have died less. Tips are much appreciated. Thanks. I love the content. I guess it really comes down to this, is how your Lucio playstyle is. Because you mentioned your teammates a lot of the time will say that you aren't healing enough, which I don't... Okay. It's hard to say with Lucio because I feel like a lot of Lucio's healing comes from well-timed heal boosts. So I guess it depends what your teammate's expectation of... I guess it is what your teammate's expectation is. You know what I mean? What they expect of a Lucio to heal you. How much they expect a Lucio to heal, that is. So I guess that's the curious part for me is... is that... We'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's Lucio will heal, but it's all about well-timed heal boosts more than it is just your passive heal and standing there not doing anything, right? So we'll see. All right, so far you like to hit your button back and forth. Okay, one thing already I want to start with is you know how you went for the Sojourn kill right away? And you wanted to get the kill up here on the bridge? I feel like you're trying to do too much already. You got to give the game a little bit of time to see how it's going to play out. And obviously really good Lucios will find those times. I actually talked about it yesterday because we were watching someone did ask a question about Lucio, and I had mentioned that when you watch the really good Lucios make these plays, it's because their timings are really unreal, right? Their timings, and they can still get rolled sometimes, right, when they go for those kills, but a lot of it's about timing. So if your first reaction is to see a Sojourn up on the bridge, not look behind you when your teammates are already taking poke damage to begin with, maybe speed them in, speed them out, heal boost them, something that's not just going for the Sojourn. It's one of those things where I want to see the timings better on that, which I maybe wait a little bit longer on going for the Sojourn when the fight starts to actually happen. When the poke damage has happened and then you go in for the kill, that's when your teammates just get nothing going for them there. So good job heal boosting them out. Nice. Now just keep up heals for now. You don't even need... Yep. There you go. Now you chill. Now you chill. All right, rough start, but I mean, it's just one of those things where your teammates got picked off, but also I just want to see you pay attention to your teammates a little bit more to start. And then we'll see how the rest of the game plays out. Man. All right, here we go. Okay. Okay, so let's just pause for a second. Okay, I'm gonna ask this question here. What are you doing? What was your plan here? Was your plan to go and help the Reaper speed boost? But what was the point of leaving this part over here with your BAP and your Sigma, who are taking frontline control, to go over here to the left to go speed boost randomly around your Reaper in a 1v5 down here, right? It just kind of felt like you're you know what? I've been here for 2 seconds. I don't know what to do. I'm leaving. And then you just left. And now it's kind of what was your overall plan? You're over here having a wall ride up, which is going to take a little bit. But the point I'm trying to make is I feel like you're trying to do too much. Yes, you're going to see really good Lucios, right? Go and make these really cool plays. But once again, it goes down to timings. And you'll watch them sometimes, and they probably go, 3-4 games in a row where they can't go and make those aggressive plays sometimes because there is an opportunity to do so. And right now, there's no opportunity to go and make those aggressive plays because their team is playing stacked like this, right? If you're a Lucio, right? Who are you going to go in backline pressure right now? You're going to get a free kill on. Look at their setup right now. Who are you going to get a kill on? No one. I mean, you might be able to get away with it, right? Maybe. But I look at this and I go, they're playing as a core. So now your play style of trying to just go and do this isn't going to work as well because they're just stacked up as a core, right? So you're going to get punished a bit more than you normally would in those type of plays. So And look what happened, by the way, right? Look what happened. you ended up right back where your teammates were. All where you began to begin with. And all that happened during that was you lost your Reaper and you lost map control. Do you see what I'm talking about? Like, so he's got to basically look for those time-ins. Don't like try to force an aggressive play if like they're just all stacked up like that. Like now you can go for the Ana because now there's 3v5, right? So I see the idea of going for the Ana. Now that whole sequence, by the way, I want to point out was much better here, right? Like for example, your teammate got 2 kills. You went for the Ana, all right? But you know what my favorite play of all of this was? When you went up here. And why did I like when you did this? Because you then got sight lines on your teammates to see how your team was. I like that, right? You had a good time on an Ana. You wall climbed over here to see how your teammates are doing. Everybody was fine except your Reaper. I don't know what's going on over here. They're just okay. And basically you know, made an aggressive play that had a good timing. And then your teammates got the kill in the Ana. So I like that. That's an example of not trying to do too much and then also using the vision to keep your teammates alive. Perfect. Put on heals now in a second. There you go. I don't mind the speed boost. This is fine. Okay. Yep, now put yourself in an angle to kind of scan around your teammates. Yes, here you go. So now you have vision of your teammates' HP. So I've talked about like well-timed healing boost. This is an opportunity for that. Honestly, that's just a good hook by Hog. Yeah, I think that was just a good play by Hog. Yeah, now just wait. Don't go out there. Just wait. Yeah. Good job. Wait for your team. Speed your team back. All right, your Reaper's just, you know, taking a slight break. There you go. They're there. You don't have to worry about them. Okay. And I'm okay with you going for the boop there. I know it's a little bit of that aggressive style, but... Oh, wait. The reason why... And it looks like your Reaper ends up clutching this. But the reason why well-timed heal boosts can be good for you when you play Lucio is I want you to kind of take a sec. Let's take a second here. Let's just stop for a second. Look how much beat percentage you have 3.5 minutes into this game. This is why and I've seen this happen with a few Lucios, especially when we watch like in like bronze, silver, gold, is where they either go too hard into speed, right? They're just like, okay, I need to use speed boost the whole time. That is it. I gotta use speed boost. Or they go too hard with just healing. Oh, I need to just heal. And that's why you want to find a good balance. Right now, you're at 98% on your beat this far into the game. And like, I know your Reaper clutched that, but that would have been a great opportunity where, you know, 2 well-timed heal boosts, you would already have beat, and now you have a much different scenario happening there where the team fight isn't as close as it was, right? Or as scary as it was in that situation. So that's why I want to get you in the mindset of, you know, you can definitely time your heal boost a little bit better. That, yes, speed is very, very a huge part, and I do like that you're using speed, but I want you to find a good balance of that. I really think it's important you find a good balance. At least in my opinion. Remember, find that balance. I'm okay if you're going here with the Sigma. Where's the BAP at, though? Make sure your BAP is good. Remember, you want to keep your other support alive. You're going to be... Okay, so... An easy way to know where to go is be with your other support. Now, I'm going to be real with you. I have no idea what your BAP is doing, but you should already be with your BAP to begin with. And I think sometimes one of the easiest ways to know what to do as a support is go, okay, here's what we're going to do. They have a... we have a back line here, okay? I don't know where to go. I'm going to stick with my back line. That goes for any support. If you're playing Brig, stick with your Ana or your other support. If you're playing Lucio, stick with your other support. Now, keep in mind, you're gonna see matches, right? In like OWCS, for example, where you might see a Lucio player go off on like their own journey with a Tracer, and that's okay. But keep in mind, that's in a match setting, and that's a top 500 setting, right? So that is gonna work if you have the communication to do that, and you have the teamwork to do that. So don't always feel you have to do that as you climb. But I would just be with like your BAP, for example, here. Now, once again, your BAP's position isn't good, but you went to go save them, and look what happens. Like, you're already out of position and couldn't get to your BAP in time to save them, right? You always do that with Mercy. Do it. I mean, Mercy... Good beat. Now, you are being really aggro here, so I want you to be careful of this, but I'll see what happens. You might just win it anyway. With Mercy, I think, like, checking to make sure your other support is alive is a good thing a lot of the time. Like, make sure they're doing... Make sure you can keep them alive, but it also depends, like, if you have a really good, you know, Ashe on your team and you're pocketing the Ashe a little bit more. Yeah, but once again, it goes back to that balance, right? It goes to the balance of that. It's the same thing with, like, heal boost and speed boost. You want to find a good balance, not just, like, too hard on one of them. It's fine so far. Speeding's okay here, yep. Keeping speed up for now is good. Now, I would say, like, right now, I would switch to heals for a second. Switch to heals. Let me explain why. Your teammates are taking damage behind you haven't checked. Okay, so here's what I need you to do. I need you to scan a little bit more because I want you to look here on the ult charge you're missing. You see this? Your team's already won this fight. Like, look at the position of your teammates. You have a Reaper up here, you have a Sigma right here, you use your speed boost, etc. Your vision here is to run in and get the kill, right? But I also want to point out that you're missing out on this opportunity here where, like, you've already won the team fight, and I know you want to get the kill on the Ana, and once again, I know that you'll watch a lot of Lucios go get this kill, but sometimes it's cool just to go get, you know, 8% ult charge behind you, right? So now you're speeding in with the Reaper, you're going for the kills. Now this part, you know, maybe I look at this now and I go, you know what? I like that better, right? So, but I think still scanning for your teammates is going to be the play. And I try to get people in the mindset of this a lot of the time. Always remember that when you're playing support, you have other teammates. And the easiest thing you can do, actually this goes for any role, the easiest thing you can do is do a slight 1/10 of a second turnaround to make sure your teammates are just fine. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, just make sure they're good. Okay, you're good? You're fine? All right. I can go do whatever else. Get in the habit of that and you'll be in a good spot. But I actually did end up liking how that team fight went. So once again, like, I'm just showing you other ways that you could go about that, where you could have went, like, into a slight heal into that same speed boost play, right? Like, you could have, like, you know, healed your backline and then speed boosted it with the Reaper and still made that exact same play. And you know, now you're at 60% ult charge instead. You're going to get a quicker beat. Yep. Okay. Once again, that's a situation where you're not really using the, oh, I can speed boost and then go into a heal. You're just using speed boost and then you die to, like, Juno shots. These are the situations where you're going to get rolled a little bit more, right? You got to look for those opportunities. Also, your Reaper just got slapped. What a sleep. What do you mean, Void? It's offline right now. And see, like, that's the situation where I've watched you not heal boost at all, but then you finally use your boost on a Torb who is not going to get killed by anybody on the other team, and you waste your boost doing that. Now imagine, like, this is why I want you to get your heal boost to be a little bit better when you're around 3 people that are taking a little bit of damage, right? It's very interesting because normally when we watch, like, Lucios in, like, silver or, like, bronze, etc., getting the Lucios to use speed boost is the tough part. I need to get you to use your heal sometimes. This is a rare situation. Holy crap. Nice. Okay, you know someone's behind you. That's the correct play. Yep. Speed in. I'm okay. This is fine. I'm okay with you doing this. Use your ping. You did ping. Sometimes use your ping on the hero too. Well, like, there you go. Now I'm curious of what's happening to the rest of your team. That's the only part that concerns me right now. Okay, you're fine. Jump. What's the rank? Silver. Good job getting beat. Just a little bit of a note here for anybody, like, new to Lucio or understand how to use beat correctly, etc. I'm fine with that beat, but just remember that, like, you can use beat and then you have a little bit of a time in after your beat. So, like, you know how, like, this Sigma, I think, was out of position or like out of line of sight? You can still use beat and then go into your team. You have, like, a little bit of wiggle room there. So, you know, just for anybody new to Lucio or learning that, like, you can use beat a little preemptively and then go into your team with it and time it like that. So, for example, you saw them get beat for their teammates, but one of their teammates didn't get it, but there's that little bit of, like, a timing you have to where they were able to get beat. So just remember that. You can help everybody. I'm trying to see if I can find ways to help people on that side of the Lucio stuff. I mean, I kind of, like, already figured out some of your problem. Is that when you started off the conversation of, like, you know, my teammates say I don't heal enough, and I don't get it because I'm supposed to speed boost my teammates type of thing. Like, I'm paraphrasing there, right? But that's kind of like what you were going with. I really think you're leaning into the speed usage too much. I really think that you're so worried about using speed and, like, enabling that tempo that you can do both. And I think the next thing I really want you to work on, and I'll talk about it at the end of the video too, is the balance of that. That's really all it really is for me. Like your healing numbers will seem even lower, right? Like your healing numbers will seem even lower because of that. That's how it goes though, in my opinion. Like where it's like, you need to find usage with both of your speed boost and heal boost. I like that you use speed boost. I do like that. Now, honestly, I think being good at using speed boost in silver and gold is going to help you as you climb even more. But now let's reel back on that a bit now and use both. Okay. Okay, let me give you an example. Let me give you an example of what I would do in this situation. Now, keep in mind, when I play support right now, and support's like my second best role, right? Lucio is one of my higher win rate heroes. If I was in that situation right there, what I would have done is I would have speed into a heal. And the reason why is because what are you speed boosting there? Is your teammates going in? Are you speed boosting a Sigma and a Bapin with a Hanzo to go run into their team? Like, what are you speeding into? You said, why use am speed at choke? Well, speed boosting through a choke is fine if it makes sense. But look at your comp. You have a Sigma, a Hanzo, okay, a Tracer. When they're doing this and they're in turret form, who were you speeding in? Right? You weren't. No one was going in your team. So what you do is you speed into a heal. Now, instead of being at 9% ult charge, you gave your teammates a little bit of the effect of the speed, went into a heal, and now you're at 17% ult charge. Do you see where these slight plays, that's 8% heal, 8% healing there, 8% healing there. Next thing you know is there's 3 minutes on the clock. You have beat. Your healing numbers are going to look a lot better. Obviously, that's not going to be... I talk about stats all the time, like when it comes to like looking at healing, it doesn't dictate everything. Do you see where the problem is? That you're just kind of... You're kind of using speed a little bit too much in situations where you should already have been into the heal. You've already lost that time and now you're just putting up heals and you lost all that percentage you would have had, right? Now you don't have your heal boost during this. And see? I'm okay with going up on the high ground on the bridge here to clear that. This part I'm okay with if your teammates are just playing poke. Like that play I like. That's a good idea there. And that is different than if you do that on defense. Yep, yeah. Keep the heals up. Just keep the heals up for a second. Give your teammates time. Everybody's good. Everybody looks okay. Now put speed back on. Yes. Now speed boost and then go into a heal. I really think that you're missing out on like 5 to 10% ult charge almost every single team fight. I'm not even joking. I think sometimes you really are so amped up about using speed boost that you just forget to use your heals during it, and you're missing out on so much ult charge. I'm serious. And in silver, you're not going to have to rely so much on... Actually, I say that now. You're going to want to get kills sometimes, but your teammates being alive will also help you a lot. So I'm just saying, I'm seeing a lot of missed opportunity for you to be able to pick up a few extra... I'm not even joking. You probably would pick up an extra like 2,000 heal in a game and still be able to play the playstyle you want to play. There's just a lot of missed opportunity that you have there. I'm watching it happen. Balance of both is good, right? It is good. And you will even see some of the best Lucios you'll watch will still find a good balance of damage and healing, right? And using their speed. It's all time. It's all timing, right? And that's what makes them so good at that too, is obviously the mechanical skill on Lucio, but a lot of them just have... A lot of really good Lucio players have such good timing and good usage of their speed and heal boost, so they understand the timings. And sometimes people see that and they want to play really aggressive, but you need to make sure you be more involved with your team. You can be involved with your team, make plays, and then still go do other stuff after that. So it just, you know, it's getting in that mindset at times, right? It's just getting in that mindset at times. Well, that's what I'm saying. You see, like, how the Lucio's at 88% right now? And, like, you would have beat by now if you had just timed out your stuff a little bit better. Like, you would have had it right there if you did a speed boost into a heal boost type of situation. It's the same concept. Now, when you need beat to keep your teammates alive, they kill your BAP. You'll probably still win this because you might use beat now. But once again, you would have had beat sooner, and then your BAP is still alive, right? So you ended up using beat anyway. Your BAP would have survived because you would have had beat for that play. Then your BAP doesn't die. Your teammates are in good position, right? Now keep up heals the whole time. Now, I want you to see something here with these heals. No. Put on heals for a second. Okay, your BAP is back. Now you put speed back on. So, you got this. It's just... It's very fixable for you. And I think you said you've been stuck in the same silver gold for, like... You've been stuck in silver and gold for 9 seasons now? I actually believe. Because your mechanics have been okay. Like, they haven't been, like, terrible or anything like that. So I actually believe that if you can find this balance, you're going to climb. I'm not even joking you. Well, when they don't know what to do in a certain situation, they just go around and put speed on and try to find a kill. But a lot of the time, it's just like, if you can get in the mindset of, okay, my BAP is going to become unkillable right now while you're on Lucio. As I say that, okay, that's kind of on, that's just unlucky. You'll find that if you always, like, if you make it your goal to make sure your other support stays alive, and then you go do the rest. It always gives you something to do, too. I think sometimes having, like, a goal of what you need to do, like, okay, I'm going to make sure my BAP doesn't die, and then I'm going to go make these plays. Start with step 1, and then, like, let's say the team fight doesn't go the team fight starts to get, like, kind of all over the place. You still know that your fallback is to keep your BAP alive. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know that, okay, I don't know what to do. I'm going to keep my BAP alive until I can figure out what to do next. Right? I mean, even the movement, like, once again, I'm okay with their movement. Their movement's been okay. They're in silver, right? Like, for being in silver, I think this movement's been fine. I'm not worried about that, right? I'm just not. It's not something where I'm like, okay, they need to wall ride better, because if your timings aren't good, you're not using your cooldowns efficiently or correctly a lot of the time. You can wall ride all day long. Eventually, they're gonna do exactly what a lot of, when I see some of the spectators when people play Lucio, they're like, oh, they kill me all the time, and I'm not able to make these plays, and I'm not healing enough, etc. It's because, like, you might be worried about that a little bit too much, of just making sure that your movement is really good on the walls. Movement comes with time and the climb, right? But I think their movement is above silver when it comes to how they wall ride. It's the next step is like, okay, let's go use your abilities correctly. Okay, we're gonna speed boost in. All right, now we can't speed boost anymore. It's going to heals, right? Obviously the hog kills you, but at a certain point, your teammates can't use the speed anymore. You've used your speed to get to where you need to go to. Now keep your teammates alive with some of that passive healing. Then go back into speed, right? You find that balance, and that's what's gonna make you a much better Lucio, right? And keep in mind, that's not saying don't. Listen, you want to go and kill a Widow and make a cool play with wall riding, etc. Great. Have fun with that. It can be really fun on Lucio to do that. But get the fundamentals down, learn how to do a lot of the other stuff, and finding that balance is what's going to make you that really, really good Lucio player. Right? Because even like I said, the best Lucios will find that balance in between. And I think your team just lost this game. That's what feels bad. But anyway, here's the good news, okay? I think mechanically you're fine. I think, like, I actually believe at a certain point you'll be able to climb mechanically. I'm not too worried about that. I think your movement is more than fine. But real talk, it really is going to come down to your heal boost and your speed boost usage. Right now, I actually think you use speed too much. So I want you to start with this, like, kind of a step-by-step process of why you use speed. A lot of the time you use speed to, like, dictate the pace, right? We're going to speed boost it. But if your teammates get stopped in place, right? You hit a wall. You can't get further than that. You can't make anything past that initial speed boost. Go into heal boost for a little bit. Keep your teammates alive. Not even heal boost. Just switch to heals. Help your other support. Boop somebody away. Do these type of things, and next thing you know, you're picking up 2 to 3 more beats a game. Your healing is much higher, but your speed boost effectiveness is still there, right? In some games, you might need to use heal boost 65% of the time. In some games, you're going to have to use speed boost 65% of the time. But you can't all in on one of them and then not use the other part of the kit, because you're missing out on so much. Sometimes you can do 50-50, as in, like, you speed boost in and do a heal boost. You get the benefit of both. Boom. Teammates they had speed in. Bit of a heal. Next thing you know, you have beat more often. Your teammates are surviving more team fights. And I think then you may see that your teammates that are saying, oh, you're not healing enough, may not go with that as much. They might be like, okay, now I'm seeing the effectiveness of these heals, and I'm also seeing the effectiveness of the speed. So your next goal here should be figure out what you want to do in the game when you get in there. Okay, I'm keeping my BAP alive. Use your speed boost efficiently, but also use your heal boost. Because I'm telling you right now, I watched you use your speed boost way too much because you're like, oh, I got to speed boost my teammates in. It's all about time-ins. Time-ins come with time. I'm not going to overcomplicate, what you should do with time-ins. all I'll say is this. If they have 5 people stacked up and you're trying to run in by yourself as Lucio, you're probably not going to get the kill. And even then, you might trade out, and it might not be worth it, right? So, balance the heal boost and the speed boost. Bring that more into your game. You're going to see results, and I think you will climb. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to all 3 YouTubes if you haven't, leave a comment. All of that helps. If you want to submit your own spectating, look in the description below. You see my Discord. That is where you do that. We also record these live on stream. We have a lot of fun there. With that being said, I hope you have an amazing day/night.